Hello everyone, it's me again with another look at an upcoming horror title. Today we have the first ever look at Child's Play 2, Chucky's Gonna Get Ya. This is actually in the form of a trailer, but due to it being released early, I can only show you a shortened version here today. The full thing will be coming tomorrow via another channel, so make sure you head over there for your fix of all things horror. This film is the direct sequel to last year's reboot and once again stars Zachary Arthur as Jake Wheeler, the young lad who got his hands on the infamous doll back in the first movie. And if you haven't seen that yet, then don't worry, because this also acts as a review spoiler. For those who have seen the first film, however, we are back in Hackensack, New Jersey, where we left Jake at the end of the last movie. He had managed to defeat Chucky by burning him along with his mother and her lover. We see footage from these events in the opening moments of this new film as the news report on how both the mother and son were burned alive by the serial killer who was possessing the doll. It's been 2 years since these events, and Jake is now living in foster care. He has clearly still not come to terms with what happened, as he keeps having nightmares about the events, and he is jumpy to say the least. Despite this, he seems to be doing well for himself. He is excelling at school and has made some friends, although his foster mother is still struggling to connect with him. She is played by Jenny Gabrielle, who you may recognize from the recent Hellraiser reboot. Here she is a lot more sympathetic and caring than the otherworldly creature she played in the other film, so I hope that translates to screen. Anyways, she decides to take Jake out shopping so that he can buy some new clothes, as they are rather low budget, and move into their new home together. It's clear that she cares for the boy a lot and just wants the best for him. However, her efforts are put on hold when she is called to work and Jake is told to stay inside until she gets back. As she leaves, we see that she left the front door wide open, which is never a good idea, but Jake has no choice but to wait. While he is alone, though, we soon discover that someone has snuck into the house and is messing around with his stuff. Jake soon finds the person rifling through his things is a young girl named Lexi. She is played by the up and coming actress Mia Parsons. If you want to know more about her, you can check out my previous videos, as she was recently announced as the lead in the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre film, as well as the upcoming Rob Zombie Halloween sequel. So keep an eye on this one, as she is set to be a big star in the future. Anyways, she explains that she was invited to a party at the home next door and thought that she would stop by and see if anyone was home. They talk for a while, and it is discovered that Lexi lives with her grandmother and her little brother, while Jake lives on his own, as he was deemed an orphan after the events of the last film. He did have relatives, but they didn't want to take him in, so he was placed in foster care. After talking for a while longer, Lexi decides to leave and heads off next door to go to this party. Jake decides to follow her, though, and sneaks into the bash. At first, he is too scared to approach anyone, but he soon begins dancing with a mysterious girl dressed as a nun. While he is enjoying himself, though, we see that the girl's face is very similar to that of Tiffany from the Child's Play franchise. Could this be her? Well, I guess we will have to wait and see. As Jake sneaks around the party, he soon hears the voice of Chucky. He doesn't seem to listen and continues to dance with the girl in the nun outfit. But as the camera pans away, we hear Chucky tell him that he shouldn't be there. He then says that he should really go home, but Jake refuses and says that he isn't scared of Chucky anymore. He even tries to prove this by going up to a mirror and trying to smash it with a shard of glass. After all, we know that dolls can't do anything to him, and that is when Chucky appears on the other side of the mirror. He tells him that he is wrong, and after saying the famous line, "Dolls can't hurt you," Jake turns around to face him, only for Chucky to leap out of the mirror and try to stab him with a pair of scissors. The two struggle, and Chucky takes a swipe at Jake, leaving a huge cut across his face. He stumbles back, revealing the girl in the nun costume is actually his sister Anna. And before Chucky can do any more damage, Jake grabs her and uses her as a human shield. The two run out of the house, leaving the party behind. Chucky can be heard laughing maniacally as they flee. As they reach the street, we see that Jake's foster mother is pulling up outside in her car. She gets out and asks what has happened to him, but before he can respond, Chucky pops out of the bushes and tries to attack them. His foster mother fights back against the doll, but Chucky is able to knock her to the ground. He then looks towards Jake, telling him that he has failed. He then gives his foster mother a pair of scissors and tells her to use them to kill Jake. She looks torn but lunges for Jake. He runs off, but trips and falls to the ground. Chucky creeps towards him and delivers the iconic line, "You can't hide, kiddo. I'm gonna get ya." The police then arrive on the scene and begin searching for Chucky. As they do, we see that Chucky has taken up residence in Jake's old house, watching the events unfold on the TV inside. We then see him make his way downstairs and grab a blooded meat cleaver. As the police enter the home, he hides under a bed and waits for them to pass. One of the officers kicks something under the bed, though, and the chase is on. Chucky grabs the meat cleaver and prepares to strike. We then see Jake hiding in a bedroom closet, begging for his sister to save him. Chucky jumps onto the bed and taunts the police, telling them to find him if they can. We then see a struggle between the doll and one of the cops, but it is soon broken up by backup arriving on the scene. One of the officers tells the others to split up and search the house, while he stays in the room with Chucky, subduing him with a pair of handcuffs. As he does this, though, we see that there are several dolls in the room. Are they all possessed by demons? It cuts to black, and we hear Chucky scream in agony as the cop crushes the doll in his hand. What he doesn't realize is that the crushing sound is actually coming from Jake. He is holding a good guy doll and is crushing its head. He then picks up a knife and begins carving into the doll. It cuts to black as he mutters the line, "Here we go again." So based on this, it looks like Jake has somehow become possessed by Chucky or has decided to become a serial killer like the man who created the doll in the first place. Either way, this looks like it could be a great sequel. I am glad that they are making these films back to back, as momentum is definitely on its side right now. If you are excited for this, make sure you subscribe for more updates. And once again, the full trailer will be online tomorrow, so check back in for that. Also, if you want to see some of our previous videos, we have looked at the new Texas Chainsaw and Halloween films, as well as the upcoming Hellraiser reboot. All of these are linked below. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. Until next time.